What's up, everybody? It's Jack Gamer 47 here, and I am back with my second episode of ranking the Arkham boss fights. In this video, I will be focusing on Arkham City, which is one of my favorites out of the three I played. Like I said, I'm covering all the boss/villain fights, so some on here are probably debatable whether they're villains or not. Some don't really have like a villain boss fight per se, so that's why I'm just ranking like villains and that kind of stuff, and I'll be ranking them on how fun they are, the build up, how they look, their character design, and if the boss fight is fun. So this episode, like I said, will be on Arkham City, and I would love to know in the comments which ones are your favourite bosses and all that. So yeah, let's get started. At number 16 in dead last, I have put Hugo Strange. Now, again, this is debatable whether it's a boss fight, because you only really just take him down, and it's sort of in a cutscene anyway, so it doesn't really make sense, but his design's great, the build-up is pretty good, the way you have to climb up the Wonder City Tower to get to the top and take out the guard before you can sneak up on him and then take him down, but like I said, it is only part of a cutscene, so that's why it's in last. At number 15, I have placed Two-Face from the Batman story. I say Batman story because you also fight him in the Catwoman story, which is a far superior battle. But yeah, his design's great. I love his costume. It's very sort of like comic based. If you played Lego Batman, the video game, the original one, it's literally that kind of suit, which is really cool. So it's a nice throwback to that. He looks really cool. The build up to it, okay, you have to save Catwoman by sneaking into the courtroom, taking out a few thugs, which I didn't film, and then you get shot by him, which though again is the takedown kind of in a cutscene, so it doesn't make sense. However, it's the line literally which just said that line delivery is so good, and I wish I could put it higher, but the way he just pulled out a second weapon is really funny. But it's technically not really a boss fight where you fight him, so this is why it's in 15, but it's a bit more entertaining than Hugo, hence why it's a bit higher on the list. At number 14, I have placed Harley Quinn from the Batman story. Again, I say the Batman story because you fight her again in the Robin DLC. But her design is great. I love the Joker tattoo. She looks amazing. But again, you take her down in the cutscene after entering the church, so technically I can't really count it as a boss fight. And sad, so that's why it's this low, which is sad because again, she is my favourite villain. But she does get a bit more justice in the Robin DLC. At number 13, I have placed Deadshot. Now, this is the first proper boss fight. Even though he doesn't have a health bar, again, you just take him down with Predator. But his design is mid. I mean, I prefer his design from the Lego game than the Suicide Squad movie. That design is my favorite of him, and this one's a bit. The boss fight is a bit lame as well because literally it's over so quickly. You just have to sneak up on him without getting caught in his sight, and then you just take him down. So it's cool that you have to sneak up on him, but you don't. But it's a bit lame how you just literally punch him up, take him down through the gate, and boom. However, the build-up is fairly entertaining. I like how you have to kind of solve this sort of mystery of who's taking out the political opponent, and where their actual location is, and then you then find out where he is, and then you take him down. But it's not really that great. At number 12, I have put Mr. Hammer. His design's pretty cool, pretty scary, quite intimidating. And his fight's okay. You have to fight a bunch of thugs, and then you have to take him out, which is can be a little tough. But yeah, it's not too bad. And then there is his brother, well, conjoined twin called Mr. Sickle. These two fights are interchangeable for me. They're the same, really. You just take out thugs, and then you have to take out them. But they are pretty tough and intimidating, and they do look really cool. And I did struggle a bit fighting them both, but they're not that hard. But yeah, that's all I'd say really. They're pretty okay. At number 10, I have placed Fake Joker. Spoiler alert. Sorry, I should have said that. Fake Joker, who's really Clayface, Joker Titan, and Mr. Hammer. Now, this fight is actually really fun. You have to fight all three of them at once, which makes it quite difficult. And they are quite hard. I found anyway, because you've got to balance fighting literally two Titans effectively, and also the Joker himself, or the fake Joker. The designs of them all look great, and it's funny to see it's funny to actually fight Joker, even though it's not the real one, not in a Titan form. This is just a hand-on fight, which is pretty cool. What adds to the difficulty a bit is the fact there are trains which come shooting out of the doors at certain points randomly, which can interrupt comboing, but also help knock out the enemy as well. But yeah, so it's a little difficult, but it's pretty fun. At number 9, I have put Victor Zsasz. Now, his design is pretty much the same to the Arkham Asylum version. However, I think they made him look quite a lot creepier and meaner in this game. But the build up to it is kind of annoying, really. You have to go to a bunch of different ring telephones, pick them up, and then you have to get to the other phone, locate the other ring phone to answer it before the time runs out. Otherwise, you fail the mission. Then, after you do that, you have to decode his where his final location by scanning the call frequencies or whatever. So, the build-up is a bit annoying, but the actual boss fight itself isn't too difficult either. You just got to sneak around this water plant and then do a sneak attack on him. However, it is a bit easier than the fake Joker fight, and I guess it's kind of fun to be stealthy and everything, but that's why I put it this high on the list. However, again, the Mr. Hammer, Mystical, Fake Joker, they're all kind of interchangeable, really. They're all fairly the same to me. I mean, if potentially Fake Joker goes after that, but anyway, I still enjoy the missions mostly. This mission mostly, and it's like I said, it's quite fun to be a bit stealthy. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. At number 8, I have put Two-Face from the Catwoman story. Now, this boss fight is actually pretty fun. You've got to stealthily move around to avoid the thug whilst finding ways to take him down, which is really good because it makes you think a bit and makes it a bit fun. What adds to the difficulty is that the thugs are constantly spawning, so even if you take them out, more will just come in, which makes it a little harder. But that won't take away from the fun. And yeah, it's generally, in my opinion, an enjoyable boss fight. However, Catwoman's a little weak in combat, or I find she is anyway, which makes it a bit harder to do well as her, because she's got so little health and so little variety in her attacks. But it's still a pretty good fight, hence why it's this high on the list. At number 7, I have placed Solomon Grundy and Penguin. I put Penguin and Solomon Grundy together because Penguin's just a secondary finishing move you do after you fight Solomon Grundy, but the main focus of the fight is Solomon Grundy. Now, this fight is a little difficult, or I found it difficult anyway, because it took me forever to figure out how to do like the quick fire explosive gel, which is a really useful sort of like tech to use. Like you have to, the game makes you use the explosive gel to blow up the pylon thingies, providing him power. The build-up's okay, like you have to walk through the museum to actually get to it, which makes it, which is a bit tedious, but that isn't too bad. And Solomon Grundy and the Penguin look amazing. Penguin's commentary is pretty funny, and like I said, the fight itself is a little long. You have to do like 3, if I recall, like stages of Solomon Grundy, and each time he gets a bit more powerful. So like in the first stage, he doesn't really have much. In the second stage, he becomes fire, I think, or electricity, like an attack with electricity attacks. And then the third time you do it, it's like fire attacks or electricity attacks. I can't fully remember which order to them, which makes it a bit difficult but quite entertaining. And yeah, it's quite satisfying to beat up the Penguin at the end as well. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this one. At number 6 on the list, I have placed the Riddler. Now, this might be a bit of a controversial pick, but personally, I prefer the Riddler fight over all of the other ones so far, and like the Riddler stuff. And I'm ranking this on my opinion on how I enjoyed them. Not so technically, this is quite subjective, or yeah, rather than objective. But this whole list, but I may be in the minority here, but I personally quite enjoy collecting the Riddler trophies. I mean, it can be a bit tedious at times, but overall, generally, I don't mind it. It's a fun little thing to do on the side, and like some of the Riddler trophies are quite challenging, however, but that adds to like my sort of enjoyment of it, I guess, because it's a bit of a challenge and it gets you to think a bit more, or in my case, look up how to find them. But yeah, I don't mind doing that. The fact you have to interrogate random like thugs, prisoners around the map who were working for Riddler to find the locations also adds a bit of a depth to it. The Riddler's design himself, though not my favourite out of the Arkham series. My favourite being the Arkham Knight version. But it looks pretty good. It's on brand. It's sort of the Riddler colours, green, purple. And finding the riddles, like I said, isn't too bad. But the main bit of the quest is you actually have to go around and save these sort of like medical staff and security guards from the Riddler, who give you clues and like riddles to solve, which each one brings you closer to finding Riddler's location. And then the last bit of the mission is pretty cool. Like you go into a secret lab, you have to navigate the tracks, avoiding like the prison, the people trapped on the tracks and getting pulled around by those robot things. And then it's also satisfying to get under him and then just punch up and take him down. So yeah, it's quite entertaining and fun in my opinion, and that's why it's this high on the list. And also, I don't mind the Riddler too much. I just find him goofy and funny. At number 5 on the list, I have chosen to put Clayface. Now, spoiler alert, this was a fairly big plot twist when I first played it. Like, I didn't look too into like the whole fake Joker thing, so I didn't fully realize it. But when it turned out to be Clayface, I was like, oh my gosh, no way. So yeah, I was a bit naive when I first played this and I didn't realize, but after playing it a few more times, I realized there's actually so many signs, like something Harley Quinn says, and stuff like scanning the Joker in detective mode. But when I first played it, I didn't realize. And his design's amazing. It looks fantastic. Like, I mean, I can't really say much out. It looks like Clayface. Like, that's how I would imagine Clayface to look like. It's really cool. His fight is pretty fun, although quite long-winded. Like, you've got to freeze him with a quick-fire freeze blast to like slowly damage him, and then you can also drive him into like explosive barrels to do increased damage in the first bit, and then after that you go to the second stage where you have to fight a bunch of like clay soldier thingies, which are really weak, but provide a pretty good distraction. And I mean, it's literally Batman with a sword. You can't really like hate on that, or I can't anyway. And yeah, it's really good. And the conclusion is pretty cool. Like, Batman actually goes into Clayface's body after he's frozen enough, and to get the cure to stop the TN1 Joker thing killing him. And yeah, the fight ends with you splitting Clayface and then his body falling into the Lazarus pit. So I guess that's kind of like a thing of like, sort of like Easter egg where you're like, okay, he's probably going to survive. And that's why that fight is so good. At number 4, I have placed Mad Hatter. Now, again, this is also probably quite controversial because, like, again, you don't really fight him per se, but you sort of do, and you do beat him down a little bit. But I know some people might think why it deserves to be higher than like the Clayface fight, but all I say that is, one, it's my vid, and I'm basing this on like my opinion on how much I enjoyed the bosses, and 2, I just prefer the Mad Hatter over Clayface. I mean, the Mad Hatter design looks a bit weird, but it's still pretty funny and goofy. Like, it does like look like the Mad Hatter, but again, it's not my favorite design for him. My favorite is the one from Arkham Knight. But yeah, this fight's just fun because like you get hypnotized by him. He takes you to his like house. He puts a bunny mask on you, which is a bit creepy. And yeah, you have to fight on this like falling pocket watch. I mean, how badass and cool can you get? And then you beat him down and knock him out. But yeah, I really enjoyed this fight. I quite enjoy the Mad Hatter stuff, and yeah, this is why he ranks higher than the Clayface fight. But they did my boy dirty with that hairline. I'm sorry. At number 3, I have placed the Harley Quinn boss fight from Harley Quinn's Revenge, the DLC. This one's fight is very similar to the Two-Face fight, but it's a lot better because you play as Robin, who has pretty good like moves and stuff, a lot better than Catwoman. But I love this fight. I love this like DLC. I mean, I think some people give it a bad rep, but it's not too bad. I love the Harley Quinn design. Like, I love the mourning veil over her face and the black dyed hair. And the makeup, it looked amazing. I mean, I do feel bad for her, but then again, I'm like, dude, girl, the Joker was not right for you. He was not good. It's best that he died, and I hope you can find someone a lot better. But the fight itself is pretty fun. Like I said, it plays the same as the Catwoman fight. You have to like sneak around with goons, which are constantly summoning, and you have to do damage to her and take her out so the goons stop spawning. All in the effort to save Batman, which is also really fun because you have to play Robin saving Batman instead of Batman being Batman and saving everyone else. And yeah, like I said, I love Harley Quinn as a villain. She's like my favorite. She's so interesting, and you actually fight her in this one, and I made a mistake in my Arkham Asylum video saying it's the only time you fight her, but I forgot, and then I remembered that there's a DLC in Arkham Knight where you fight Harley Quinn. But yeah, this one's one of my favorite fights from the game, and the ending is just really like cool. Like the way she just tries to take out Batman, but then just gets knocked out by a batarang. So I was saying that how it hurts to lose someone. But yeah, that's why she ranks so high. At number 2, I have placed Mr. Freeze. To start off, his design is amazing. I love it. His suit looks so cool and like really amazing. Like it really suits him, and like it's how I imagine it. Like his suit would look like. The setting's also pretty cool. Like you're fighting in the old police building, and all over a cure. And yeah, his fight is actually really fun because his dialogue's really good, and the fact is you actually can't use the same attack more than once. So if you use a vent attack, he will do some damage to him. He will freeze the vent, so you can't do it again. If you blow up a wall to knock him over to damage him, he also he like probably freezes the wall or something, so you can't do it. So yeah, this fight is really good. It makes you think, and it's very creative, and like that's why it's at number 2. And finally, at number 1, we have Ra's al Ghul. Now, his design is so good. I really like it. His suit's very combat-y, and his sword looks amazing, like the way it's glowing on the character trophy. What's also really... the build-up to it is also pretty good. Like you have to navigate through Wonder City to find the demon trials where you have to drink the goblet, and then you have to, even to like fight him, you have to glide through this like sort of sand dream. I don't really know if it's a dream or whatnot. And then when you actually see him for the first time, when he emerges out of that pool, it looks so badass. The way his tattoo's glowing, and all that's really good. His fight's quite long, but I actually don't mind it because it's actually really fun. Like you don't know whether you get transported to this like sand world. I don't know how, or if it's a dream or something, but you have to get transported into the sand world, and you have to fight a giant version of him using the electric charge to damage him, whilst finding a gap to do that because the soldiers like block it if it doesn't. You have to dodge his attacks like shurikens and swords and everything. And then when it transformed into the smaller like version of him, the normal size version, I guess, you have to avoid his attacks whilst also fighting these sand warriors. A bit similar to the Clayface fight, but you've got to counter him and everything. And whilst you're doing that, you're constantly switching between like the Lazarus Pit chamber and then this sand world, which is really good. And the way Ra's is trying to get Batman to kill him to take his place to complete the trial, but Batman isn't doing it, is really cool. And like I said, this bit where you have to like counter a whole bunch is really good for like building combos and everything. And yeah, when you finally like get to the last stage of his fight, you beat him a bit, and the fact Batman literally just knocks his head against the sword. I don't know about that, but that's just such like a random but really cool like thing Batman does to him to disarm him and everything. And yeah, the fight is just amazing, and it's definitely the best one in the whole game, and maybe even the whole series. But yeah, anyway, that's how I have decided to rank the Arkham City bosses. Now, I really enjoyed making these videos, and it was fun to make them, and I was ordering these, like I said, a couple of times based on my opinion. So my opinion will be different to yours, and I might have placed them in places which other people wouldn't place them. But I was just ranking this based on how fun I found them and everything. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments on what your favorite boss fights are. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please consider liking and subscribing, and like I said, commenting on which one's your favorite. boss fight. I will be taking a break for a little bit because I've got to finish like playing Arkham Knight to rank that one. I might be able to get another video out before the weekend, but on Sunday I'll be going away for a bit, and but I won't be making videos for at least a week. The latest probably being Sunday, or maybe even Monday in like a couple of, not this coming Monday, but the next Monday. But yeah, I will get the Arkham Knight ranking out soon, and yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.